You start strong with goals, even after motivation videos, planners, and fresh starts, but somehow you always fall back into old patterns. What if success didn't depend on motivation at all? In this video, I'll share 6 neuroscience-backed strategies that quietly rewire your brain for long-term success. I discovered this the hard way, by failing at the same goals again and again. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to change my behavior and started changing my brain. Research shows your habits, focus, and discipline are all trainable, just like muscles. The problem is, most people rely on motivation instead of brain systems. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to train your brain to work for you, not against you, every single day. Let's start with something most people get completely wrong. Instead of chasing results, you need to start with identity. Most people say, I want success. But your brain doesn't follow goals, it follows identity. When you see yourself as disciplined, focused, and consistent, your actions naturally move in that direction. If you still see yourself as someone who struggles, your brain will keep proving that story true. This works because your brain wants consistency. Psychologists call this cognitive consistency. When your actions don't match your identity, your brain feels tension and tries to fix it. That's why cultures like Japan focus on becoming the type of person who improves daily, not just hitting goals. Your brain protects identity more than outcomes. To use this, stop saying I'm trying and start saying I'm the kind of person who shows up. Pick one identity, like I finish what I start, and prove it with tiny actions. 5 minutes counts. The biggest mistake is waiting to feel confident first. Confidence comes after evidence. Instead of saying I'll work out when motivated, say I don't miss scheduled movement. But identity alone isn't enough. Your brain also runs on chemistry. Motivation isn't random, it's dopamine. And if your brain only gets dopamine from scrolling, junk food, or quick wins, long-term goals will always feel painful. You have to retrain where dopamine comes from. Studies from Stanford show dopamine spikes before the reward, not after. That means your brain learns what to crave. When effort itself triggers dopamine, consistency becomes automatic. Your brain repeats what feels rewarding, even if the reward is just progress. Start by delaying dopamine. No phone, no entertainment until your first task is done. Then reward effort, not results. Track streaks visually because your brain loves completion. The mistake most people make is binge rewarding themselves too early. Instead of celebrating only big wins, acknowledge showing up. That's how you train your brain to crave effort. Now, even with motivation handled, most people still struggle because they're mentally overloaded. You don't lack discipline, you're overwhelmed. Cognitive load is how much your brain processes at once. Too many decisions drain willpower. Simplifying your life frees mental energy for what matters. Research shows decision fatigue lowers self-control. Your brain avoids effort when it's tired. That's why successful people automate routines. It's not about willpower, it's about protecting brain energy. Pre-decide routines so you don't negotiate with yourself. Use the same time and place for habits. Remove friction by preparing tools in advance. The mistake is relying on feeling ready. For example, lay out clothes the night before instead of debating in the morning. Less thinking equals more doing. But even simplicity isn't enough if your brain can't see progress. This is where most long-term goals quietly fail. There's no feedback. Without visible progress, your brain disengages. It thinks effort doesn't matter. Neuroscience shows behavior changes through feedback loops. Immediate signals reinforce learning. This is why games are addictive. They constantly show progress. Track one simple metric daily, review it weekly, celebrate micro wins. Don't wait months to evaluate progress. Instead of measuring mastery, measure consistency. Days practiced beat perfect outcomes. Your brain needs proof that effort leads somewhere. Now let's lock everything in with something even more powerful. Your environment is training your brain right now, whether you realize it or not. Your surroundings cue behavior faster than conscious thought. Change the environment, and behavior changes automatically. Studies show behavior is highly context-dependent. Your brain loves shortcuts. If cues support good habits, discipline becomes effortless. Remove distractions, make good habits visible, add friction to bad habits. The mistake is relying on self-control alone. For example, keep your phone in another room while working. Don't fight temptation, design around it. Finally, there's one mindset that separates temporary success from permanent transformation. Long-term thinkers focus on systems, not quick wins. They ask, what will this do in 5 years? Instead of how do I feel today? Psychology shows delayed gratification predicts success. When you train your brain to value future rewards, short-term discomfort loses power. Zoom out weekly. Measure trends, not days. Detach emotions from short-term results. Don't quit during plateaus. Judge progress monthly, not emotionally. Let's quickly recap. Train identity before chasing outcomes. Retrain dopamine to reward effort. Reduce cognitive load. Build fast feedback loops. Design your environment. Think in long-time horizons. Long-term success isn't about pushing harder. It's about training smarter. You already have everything you need. The only difference between staying stuck and real growth is consistent brain training. Don't wait until burnout forces change. Start with one identity shift today. I promise you, 6 months from now, you'll thank yourself. If this helped you, like the video, subscribe for more brain-based self-improvement, and comment which strategy you're starting today. And if you want to build unstoppable habits, watch the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.